Perfect timing. Angry Planet begins in less than 30 seconds, but first we're going to take a look at your national picture and, of course, more details on this coming up through the hour. A low pushing into the Maritimes and the moisture just continues for the BC coast today and into the weekend. We have rainfall warnings. We also have wind warnings. Gusts this afternoon between about 90 and 110 kilometers an hour for the highlighted areas. And then into southern Ontario, that's where we've got frost advisories through the overnight. Temperature is going to be taking a plunge, and in Atlantic Canada, rain is pushing into play through Saturday. Let's get you right into your overnight temperatures. Here's how things are looking across the country. Vancouver at 10 through the overnight, a little bit cooler in through the prairies. We're in the single digits, though, as we look to southern Ontario and Quebec. In fact, we do have some frost advisories in place for southern and eastern Ontario, stretching in towards southern Quebec as well. Definitely a good idea to shut those windows tonight. This has been brought to you by Tomcat. I'll have the dramatic conclusion of Angry Planet in less than 30 seconds, but let's get into your forecast details across the country. A parade of lows, these waves of moisture, they're just going to continue in through the BC coast today, right through until your holiday Monday. So get ready for it. We've also got some wind to contend with. Clearing in southern Ontario today, that moisture is pushing eastward. Southern Quebec bearing the brunt of it this afternoon, and then into the evening, we'll feel that moisture push into the Maritimes and a little bit later on for Newfoundland. And right now, Angry Planet. Stay safe and pick up a quart of milk. I like that. Beautiful imagery as well. I'm Michelle Mackey. Let's get right into our national forecast. System across the country today, a low working from Quebec into the Maritimes, and the moisture just continues for BC. Today, dealing with the remnants of Oho. Tomorrow, a new low will take a more southerly track and bring us steadier, heavier rainfall for Vancouver. And then our third low, that'll roll in Sunday overnight through Monday. So it's going to be a stormy weekend, a windy one as well. We've seen wind warnings, rainfall warnings for the coast. And I mean, when we're talking about rainfall warnings, it's no surprise that Environment Canada has issued these. When we look at your cumulative rainfall amounts, Vancouver about 80 millimeters, 150 plus for the central coast, places like Bella Coola. Temperatures this afternoon in Alberta and Saskatchewan, well above seasonal. I'm talking about temperatures low to mid 20s. Beautiful. Enjoy it while you can. It's going to last into Saturday, and we're also going to feel the warmth spread into southern Manitoba. By the end of the weekend, though, this is going to take a change. A low that'll move through really will cool down those temperatures. In southern Ontario, the low that brought us all of the showers last night, that has now pushed east. It's a rain story today for southern Quebec, this afternoon and evening for the Maritimes, and then through the overnight into Newfoundland. But high pressure really going to be dominating southern Ontario as we move into the long weekend. Your temperatures also on the rise. But before we get there, we are dealing with a frost advisory in place for parts of southern Ontario through the overnight. This includes Barrie, also eastern Ontario, Ottawa. So take care of your frost-sensitive plants through the overnight. We're still in the growing season. And then, as I mentioned, that moisture pushing into the Maritimes this afternoon, spreading eastward, and it's going to intensify as well as it makes its way to Atlantic Canada. Yeah, thanks, Suzanne. And expect to see similar scenes like that this weekend. We've got some potentially destructive winds on tap for southern BC. Today, we're already feeling those winds through the central and northern coast of BC. We've got wind warnings in place. We've also got rainfall warnings in place. That's highlighted in the green, and here's why. Today, we're dealing with the remnants of Oho. That's bringing us our moisture. Tomorrow, we've got a new low that rolls into play, and that takes a more southerly track, so the moisture is going to be heavier for places like Vancouver and Victoria. And then a third low. I know, it's just a parade of storms. That'll roll into place Sunday overnight through until Monday. So all in all, it's going to be a stormy, unsettled weekend, unfortunately, for BC. We've got some winds as well coming out of the west today that'll be quite gusty in southern Alberta, but temperature-wise, we're going to be well above seasonal today and into tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll begin to feel that warmth spread into southern Manitoba. Here's what I'm talking about. 24 for Winnipeg, and we're also dealing with some humidity, feeling like 27. Also mid to low 20s for Alberta and Saskatchewan, but that's going to take a change on Sunday. A low will develop lee side of the Rockies, and as it works its way east across the prairies, we are going to see temperatures cool down in behind it, so enjoy the warmth while you can. It's not going to last. Temperatures this afternoon in Ontario, seasonal 16 for Toronto, mostly clear conditions, but we do have some gusty northwesterly winds. Not seasonal, though, as we look to southern Quebec. We're barely even breaking the double digits. Montreal only at 9 degrees. Let's take it to Halifax now. Afternoon, clear today, but that's going to change as we move in through the overnight. This afternoon, we're already beginning to pick up on some showers further to the west in New Brunswick. The rain is going to spread eastward as we move through the day today and through the overnight. That'll affect Newfoundland. In terms of your rainfall amounts, Halifax expect to get between about 10 and 20 millimeters. The higher rainfall amounts, that's going to be relegated to western Newfoundland, also picking up on some sea effect rain, and to the north. Yeah, we've got snow. We've seen snowfall warnings in Labrador, as a matter of fact. Long term, you can see by Saturday, we're going to see a clearing trend in behind that low. But for the Maritimes, this does mean some cooler temperatures. But hey, with sunshine, no complaints. And all in all, you've got a pretty decent long weekend. The rain is going to continue, though, for Newfoundland on Saturday, clear out on Sunday, and then a very, very weak low will roll into place by the end of the weekend. Not going to be a washout, though. Temps in the low 30s. Yeah, I would like that, but unfortunately, a different picture in southern Ontario this weekend. It will be a little bit above seasonal by the time we get into Sunday, but certainly not record-breaking by any means. Saturday, we're going to be 14 in the city of Toronto, and look at all of that sunshine that'll flood right into the Maritimes. We've got some showers on tap for Newfoundland. Warm as well through the prairies, BC. It's going to be a rainy one, though, and that rain, it's going to continue right through until your Thanksgiving Monday. Temperature-wise, seasonal, you'll start off a little bit above, but you'll cool down in Vancouver by the end of the weekend. Also seeing a cooling trend in the prairies. We're going to see a low develop lee side of the Rockies. And as that works its way east, temperatures in behind that low, yeah, they're going to be taking a bit of a cool down. But 20 for the city of Toronto on Sunday. A similar picture for much of southern Ontario. A little bit cooler, though, in the Maritimes.